everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Rams are top 10 in forcing interceptions. They'll be up against the 49ers team that has to be careful throwing the ball. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, Newton. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has a slide and find open space to throw.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. It's complete to Grant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a first down throw for Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And Newton's going to keep it. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead, he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
Defense showing blitz. After the run, Newton going to throw. And incomplete. The defense here for the Rams.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. And the wideout in motion. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
3rd and long, it's Newton. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive where they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal now. The defense looking to hold, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Leopard! 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 Kill! 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 Gun! 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 Here we go now!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that run was what a lot of people called explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
2nd down, 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. James has got it, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll set up to throw. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. The play clock's running down. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executing well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first down throw for Newton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. Here's Newton now on second down. Paul bringing it in. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
To go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They come out here in the I. So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal from the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they send a man in motion right. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Slot man moves right. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because Brandon pooped kicks field goals in video games, but you've got to make sure you get points. And that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And now they're in the hurry up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he cuts it out to the sideline. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's trying to get into the top 5.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. No gain on the screen there, it's 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, you know, we talked about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
A give to the fullback on the dive.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards on the ground. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. From his goal line here, Newton. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Newton on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Just beating the play clock is Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And now here's a carry heading left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
All right, now look at 56. Watch it now.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And to give this time to the tailback. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's all.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he puts it through. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And Freeman lost the football, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now out on the field. Here comes Los Angeles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back now in Los Angeles. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So second and 10 here. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And some room to roam now. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And following the penalty on the offense, it brings up second and 9.
Detroit!
They come out here in the eye. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
No. Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Detroit! Now let's go!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now back to throw. He's going to let it go deep. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They come up in an offset eye. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Back to throw, Newton. He's got Watkins on the out route. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Surveying the field. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And quickly, they get to the line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the gun on third down, Newton. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 4th and 4.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They come out here in the eye. Play clock winding down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Ellen Smith there on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go now. Ooh, landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Now, check. Patriots. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And some space here. Touchdown, LA! A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing is Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Out of the gun, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now Newton on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And his kick is good. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch the curl! Watch the curl!
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the D-line's going to spread out.
4 down, check, check. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. All day, every day, any day.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for L.A., they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.